Long day of work and long day of singing equals beer. That's right. Yeah, I actually sang quite a bit today. I sang from 10 a.m. till 5 p.m. Yeah, and then I practiced a little bit because I have a solo gig coming up. So, yeah, it's due time for a beer, and I mean a real beer, like big time beer. So today I'm going to be drinking Southern Tier's Imperial Helles Lager. And you like the little demon picture there? I know it's not too cute. It's like kind of like got a medieval tinge to it. But anyways, the Helles Lager. It's Helles in German means light, and this is more so light in color rather than light in body and alcohol content. I looked up what would that mean if we were thinking of a light, low alcohol lager. That would be licht or liked. Maybe Andre could help me out there. But anyways, an Imperial Lager is quite unusual. I've only seen one Imperial Lager. And for those of you that don't know, whenever you see Imperial or a double in front of a style of beer, it just basically means they up the sugar content, so they up the alcohol content, so it's usually at least 8%. So if you see a double IPA or an Imperial Stout, it's usually quite up there and just more boozy. Not always, but usually it's higher in alcohol content. Anyways, so Imperial Lager is very unusual. You don't see it around that much, and the only one I've seen and had was 21st Amendments, which is a local San Francisco brewery. 21st Amendments Imperial Lager, and it was okay. It actually was light in flavor, and but you could tell there was some booziness to it, and it didn't have that much flavor. It was all right. It wasn't bad, but it was just all right. So, as we know, Southern Tier, the New York brewery, is known for their big beers. So I think I'm expecting a little more from this beer. Not too much though. I don't want to, disappoint myself. So kind of like the colors there. I mean, it has kind of a Christmas theme to it. Okay, so let me open this up here. Oh gosh, you know what? I need to either do something different. I don't know if you saw that. It was about to spooge out again. The Southern Tier beers do that. I don't know if it's just me and how I handle it or what, but it just, each time I open it, it goes and it starts erupting like a volcano. Anyways, I'm glad I saved that because I just kind of felt it, my beer senses. But yeah, it's actually quite a bit ahead, probably because it was coming out like a volcano. So anyways, this is a Imperial or double light in color lager. But although it's called Helles Lager, it's not too dark in color. It's got a light strawberry, red, amber kind of color to it. But it looks good though, thus far. So here we go. Let me sniff this thing. Some light, very, very light, subtle, fruity notes to it. But overall, has a lager smell. It's still on the cold side, but it is supposed to be served cold. That's how you enjoy it. But at the same time, I personally like drinking the beer cold and then eventually warming it up and see if there are any interesting, more complex flavors that come out. Usually that happens in a more darker beer and a heavier beer. So a lager, I don't know, we'll see. So, ooh, some caramel too. Some caramel notes. In the head, it's like a light tan almost, which is really interesting. Well, that's so far what I get in the nose. So let me drink this. Kanpai. Ooh. Yeah, well, it's got some bitterness that you sometimes would get in certain types of lagers. My guess is probably in German lagers you would get that. It doesn't taste German, but it does have that bitterness. Actually, you know what I might say? Here we go. the Munich malt. So there are two, four types of malts. There's a 2-row pale, a de-bittered black malt, a Munich malt, and a caramel malt. So there we go. We had the caramel smell, and the Munich probably gives it that different type of flavor to it that lends itself to. I don't know if that's where that bitterness I spoke of comes from, but the kettle hops is Chinook. That's all, and the dry hopped, it got dry hopped with the Willamette. Never heard of it. But anyways, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, it's this Imperial Helles Lager is 48. Not 40. Served 48 degrees, 8.9 Celsius. It's 9% in ABV. So I mean, it's a lager, but it is quite strong. But this type of lager that you would want to have fun with too, and not just to, you know, it's not like a Corona or anything. Yeah, there we go. I'm starting to get more caramel in the second drink here. I wish I could think of some of how people describe things with, you know, like with fruits and burnt toast, you know, anything else, some weird rabbit's foot flavor, you know, I have no idea what people say. Yeah, it's got some dryness at the back. You get some dry bitterness from the hops that you taste on the back of the tongue. Yeah, I mean, so far it's good. I could see that this would not be enjoyable for some people due to that thing that I got from my first drink. Some of that bitterness that you get from the tip on the tip of the tongue. Although you have the caramel flavor in the back of the tongue to back it up, I don't think this will be that enjoyable for some people. But then again, some other people, they may be like, oh, it's alright, and other people, they may really like it. So I think it's good. I don't have a problem with it so far. It surrounds your tongue nicely. It's not like a super, super light kind of beer at all. Okay, there we go. Yeah. Yes, it's really nice. It's got some of that light red, orange fruit kind of flavor, if you guys could think of any. Not strawberries, but more like an apricot, maybe some apricot kind of fruits. Yeah, this is quite good. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I don't think everyone would enjoy this, but I don't know, if you're the type of person that's open to different styles of beer, at least willing to try it, I recommend it. I mean, it's not like even though you're not into too many beers, please try this. It's not like that. I think it's worth getting. So far I've had Southern Tier's Imperial series. I recommend getting all their beers. They're a solid brewery. They're very, very, very good. So yeah, that was the Imperial Helles Lager called Krampus. It's 9% ABV, and by Southern Tier Brewery right there. So yeah, if you could get it somewhere on the East Coast, I know they don't distribute too much, although they do distribute in Amsterdam and Denmark, oddly enough. That's why the master of Hoppets, I mean, he gets Southern Tier beers. It's like, what the deal? Alright, so I'm going to enjoy the rest of this, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. If you haven't, buy yourself this beer. Alright, kanpai!